Good day everyone, especially to you ma'am. So today, we're gonna discuss about employee satisfaction and commitment. So as a student, this is important because we will also become an employee soon. I'm Jessamine Istoke and I'm your first reporter. Learning objectives. At the end of the lesson, the learner should be able to understand why an employer should even care about job satisfaction and organizational commitment. Two is to be able to identify the individual differences in the disposition to be satisfied. Three is learn ways to increase employee satisfaction and commitment. Four is to understand the methods used to measure job satisfaction. Five is to understand why employees are absent from work and what can be done to reduce absenteeism. And last is to understand why employees quit their jobs and what can be done to reduce turnover. Jean Davis and Maria McDuffie have worked as a customer service representatives at Fuller Technologies for the past 2 years. Jean loves her job and wants to stay with Fuller until she retires in 10 years. Maria hates her job, uses all of her available sick days, and would leave in a heartbeat if she could only find a job that paid as well. Rhonda Bell recently met with a career advisor to chart a new course for her life. She hates her current job and has hated every job she has ever done. She is hoping that the career advisor can find a job for her. David Spoto loves his job and can't wait to get to work in the morning. He loves to work, loves his current job, and has loved every job he has ever had. So, nganong si Jean Davis love her job, pero si Maria McDuffie hates her job. Maura man ang sila work. Nganong si Rhonda Bell o si David lahi-lahi man sila attitude about their job. Ang isa kay di ganahan sa tanan trabaho na iyang naagian o iyang current job. Ang isa kay love jud niya iyang trabaho karon og sa tanan naagian niya nga trabaho. Ngano yung anak man. So, every employee has different job satisfaction and organizational commitment. When we say job satisfaction, it is the attitude an employee has toward her job. And organizational commitment is the extent to which an employee identifies with and is involved with an organization. So, in this video, you'll be able to learn why every employee has different job satisfaction, and organizational commitment. Let us know what causes employees to be satisfied with and committed to their jobs. Every employee may be satisfied with one facet of work, their pay, but not another, their coworkers. The most commonly studied facets of job satisfaction are pay, supervision, coworkers, work, promotion opportunities, many other facets such as satisfaction with equipment and work facility, the work site, and company policy are also important. So, ang makasatisfied o committed sa employee is number one jud kay ang sweldo. Because we're all working for the money. I mean, not all of us, but most of us is working para makakwarta, regardless of what the job is. Not coworkers. Some satisfy sila o committed sila tungod sa coworkers. But kasagaran jud kay kwarta. Kanang they feel comfortable with their coworkers na kay naanda na nila and ang uban kay tungod sa benefits or like promotions ana ang trabaho na kay apas or you want to achieve that promotion because kabalo ka nga kay benefits ana. Tas ang uban kay ang facility, ang office, ang ambience sa location, and ang uban pod kay ang company. Like sikat ang company mas maganahan ka diha. Like it makes you satisfied and committed. So, daghay causes para ma-satisfy o committed ka sa imong trabaho. Pwede isa ato sa facets, Saan ang pay, supervision, workers, work. Isaan na or pwede po ka na tanan if high standards ka. Depende sa imuha. So, there are 3 motivational facets to organizational commitment by Mayer and Allen, 1997. Effective commitment. The extent to which an employee wants to remain with an organization and cares about the organization. So, kanang napamahal na kas imong organization. Kanang kabalo ka nga napakay mahatag nga betterment. Like, if mahawa ka ana kay kanang mag-all bitaw ka sa organization, kanang kabalo ka nga napakay matabang, napakadako nga tabang para mas ma-develop inyong company or kana nga organization. You can make the company on top or one of the leading company in the Philippines. Kay napakay goals, napakay gusto i-achieve, nag-care pa ka ana nga organization. Maong dili ka kahawa. And next is continuance commitment. The extent to which employees believes they must remain with an organization due to time, expense, effort they have already put into the organization. So, kanang nagtrabaho ka, tas tugay na ka, ana nga trabaho. Maong dili nakakahawa kay sayang ang imong time, imong effort, imong experience diha ang mga kauban nimo. So, sayangan ka mohawa and kanang if mohawa pud ka kay mag-uol pud ka nga kanang na-promote na ko diri taas na ko. And what if mohawa ko, ubalik na pud ko sa 0, ubalik na pud ko sa 1. So, kanang example, nagtrabaho ka sa factory for 10 years. Diba? 10 years. Taas-taas na dyan na nga time, taas-taas na dyan yung bilaan na para diha nga organization. So, you will stay loyal to that organization until na mag-retire. So, that is the continuance commitment. Number 3 is the normative commitment. The extent to which employees feel an obligation to remain with an organization. So, kanang obligation nila nga most aged diha. For example, is kanang you apply a job and kaya nag-hire naman sila. Kanang kailangan jud kayo nila ana nga position. So, kanang gitrain kanila, naglaan sila time sa imo, they invested so much in you. They want you to be in their organization. Going back to our examples at the beginning of the chapter, what would explain why David Spoto loves his current job and Rhonda Bell hates her job? According to theories involving individual differences, the key to the answer is that the fact that David has been satisfied at every job he has had, whereas Rhonda has never been satisfied with a job. Because of individual difference theory. Individual difference theory postulates that some variability in job satisfaction is due to an individual's personal tendency across situations to enjoy what she does. Thus, certain types of people will generally be satisfied and motivated regardless of the type of job they hold. So, we have differences. If na-enjoy ka na job, then siya, wala. It's because we have different level of satisfaction to be committed of a job. We are not alike and we don't have the same capabilities para ana nga trabaho. Number 2 is the genetic predispositions. An interesting and controversial set of studies suggests that job satisfaction not only may be fairly stable across jobs, but also may in part be genetically determined. So, si Harvey and his colleagues arrive at this conclusion by comparing the levels of job satisfaction of 34 set of twins, identical twins, who were separated from each other at an early age. If job satisfaction is environmental, there would be no significant correlation between levels of job satisfaction for identical twins who were raised in different environments and who are now working at different types of jobs. If identical twins have similar level of job satisfaction despite being reared apart and despite working at the similar jobs, then a genetic predisposition of job satisfaction is likely. So, it has some kind of connected yun siya genetically. Kanang if you have a twin, then kana siya ganacha ng a job. And also, ikaw po, kay genetic man mo, connected man mo sa usa-usa. Number 3 is the core self-evaluations. It is a certain types of personalities are associated with the tendency to be satisfied or dissatisfied with one's job, emotional stability, self-esteem, self-efficiency, and internal locus of control. Internal locus of control means perceived ability to control their environment. Kanang the employees masatisfy sila if kana nga job makatag sa ila og high self-esteem. Like ra jud if mo trabaho ka din. Kana nga trabaho kay makakuan sa imong maka-down, maka-low sa imong self-esteem. So this is about dealing with emotion. It's about your core self. Like, it's within you. Kanang imong emotion, ana, nga job, kay stable. Dili ka depressed, dili ka stress. Sakto lang jud siya. Stable ka, ana. Dili ka ma-down, dili ka mag-breakdown always. Every day sa work or after work. Evaluate your feelings para ana nga job. Next is the culture. Workers in different countries have different level of job satisfaction. Because of the environment, ang atong practices, ang atong belief, lahi-lahi. Lahi-lahi po, kana country satisfy sila. Then kana country kay dili. So, dili jud magkaparehas. And last is intelligence. Applicants who are too smart would not be hired. So, kanang mga bright kayo nga mga tao or kanang mga genius, dili na sila ma-hired o dali-dali kay, you know, dali ra sila ma-board. Dali ra sila laayan o kanang low pod ilang level of satisfaction kay if you are smart, then tagaan kag task. It will be easy for you to handle the task. And ka-easy naman sa imo, pag imo na ma-accomplish, dili kaayo ka satisfied. Dili kay ka masatisfied jud nga dako jud kay mo ma-feel na-accomplish kay easy raman siya sa imo ha kay bright man ka. Whereas sa mga not too smart or mga sakto lang, tagaan mo sila task. And kay dili sakto man, dili man kay sila bright, it takes a lot of effort to accomplish. And kung ma-accomplish na nila, grabe kaayo ilang level sa satisfaction. So that is why. That is the reason nga dili ma-hard ang mga bright kaayo nga mga applicants. These are all the individual difference that affect job satisfaction.
Good morning, ma'am. I am Andrea Ann Altamacora, the second reporter of our group, and my topic to be discussed is, are employees satisfied with the other aspects of their lives? So let me start. Judge et al. In 1998 and Judge Wanadabe in 1993 and et al. In 1989 have theorized not only that job satisfaction is consistent across time, but that the extent to which a person is satisfied with all aspects of their lives. So, all aspects of their marriage, friends, job, and family. People who are satisfied with their job tend to be satisfied with life, thus people that happy in their life tend to be happy in their jobs, and vice versa. Judge Watanabe in 1994 found that for about 2/3 of participants, high levels of job satisfaction For remaining 30% or so of the population, either there is no relationship between life and job satisfaction or there is negative relationship. Life satisfaction can influence job satisfaction in the vast majority of people is an important finding. Employees needs can meet in a variety of non-work activities such as hobbies and volunteer work. An organization should work toward fulfilling those needs that could help employees find alternative avenues to meet their other needs. It says here that when the person is satisfied with their jobs are also satisfied with their life, because of what you can observe of what I observe in the employees nowadays. If the person is happy in their home, it is a very good sign because the positivity the employee had in their home is that it can be bring in the workplace by the employee. The employee can apply it in the workplace. It also states here that life satisfaction can influence job satisfaction, and this is right. It's very important that the employee can know or meet their needs on the non-work activities such as doing their hobby. So, kailangan jud nga mas magkuan siya, mas mapalig-on pud ang ihang satisfaction by doing a non-work activities, no? Para pud nga dili ra kay siya ma-burden sa iyang work. So, it's also important that the organization should work on fulfilling the needs of employees because it could help employees to do a better work if they are satisfied of their aspects of life. A study by Judge in 1993 demonstrated the importance of individual differences. The result of this activity indicated that for the people who grieve about everything in life, there was no significant relationship between satisfaction that significantly correlated with turnover. Our employees' job expectation being met, employed come to a job with a certain need, values, and expectation. In related meta-analysis, Zhao, Wayne, and Glebowski and Bravo in 2007 investigated the effect of employees perceiving that an organization has not fulfilled its promise and obligations, called psychological contracts, to an employee. The result of these two meta-analyses support the importance of ensuring not only that applicants have realistic job expectation, but that any promises made to employees must be kept. So, by the study of Judge, it demonstrates that the importance of individual differences. The result of the study, which is indicated para sa tao nga who firmly hold everything in life, no, kanang affected kay siya sa unsay mga nahitabo sa iyang kinabuhi. No, it's very important para sa employee na. So, in the meta-analysis that Zhao, Wayne, and Glowski investigated is that employees is affected sa organization na wala bitaw nag-fulfill sila promise. For example, kanang nag-apply pa sila, tapos kumpaan sila nga kani mo ni mga benefits na madawat, mo ni mga kuan nga ano, tapos pagkasulog nila is wala bitaw na meet mo kanang kuan po mag-discourage sila ba malaw ang ilang esteem sa ilang job, o malaw ang esteem sa employee kay wag magkuan mo sa discourage mo sila. So ang goal aning meta-analysis na gikuan jud is ma-assure or ma-ensure ang expectation of applicants on the job that they are entering na kung unsay gisaad sa organization is dapat matuman jud siya to have a better life in a workplace. So, is the employee a good fit with the job and the organization? When employees consider how well they fit with the job or organization, they consider the extent to which their values, interests, personality, lifestyle, and skills match those their vocation. So, for example, mo-apply ang usa ka tao sa work tapos i-ask siya if are you really fit for this job. So, kana pag mo nga nagani siya nga kuan, iyan ang gitan siya iyang personality, iyang interest, iyang lifestyle, kung unsa nga vocation ang iyang sulan. No, iyan nang match nga, uy, I'm really fit to this job. So that's it. Are the tasks enjoyable? The SHRM 2014 Employee Job Satisfaction and Engagement Survey found that 51% of employees indicated that the nature of the work itself was a very important factor in their level of job satisfaction. So, it indicated that kung unsay nature sa imong work, importante kayo siya na factor sa level kung unsa sila ka-satisfied sa ilang trabaho. Do employees enjoy working with supervisors and coworkers? Research indicate that people who enjoy working with their supervisors and coworkers will be more satisfied with their jobs. And the say of Mosholder, Sutton, and Hannigan, 2005, Ripetti, and Cosmas in 1991. So it also indicated nga kung ang tao nga na-enjoy niya ang company sa iyang coworkers and sa iyang supervisor, yung self-esteem bito is more taas. No, diyan niyo makita if that employee is really satisfied with the job, na siya bond with the supervisor sa mga tao nga nakapalibot sa iyang palibot during sa iyang pagtrabaho. It's very important for an employee na dapat na sila budget sa supervisors o sa coworkers to para dili siya mag-isod sa iyang trabaho. Are rewards and resources given equitably? One factor related to both job satisfaction and employee motivation is the extent which employees perceive that they are being treated fairly. So, diri, importante jud kaayo nga fair ang imong pagtrato sa imong employees, kay dili kay mingon ka nga ay kani siya kay gwapa man siya, ay kani siya kay buutan siya, kani kay ako ni siya mo. Or kanang dili patas ang imong pagtrato sa ilang na dyan mo naman magbayas kayo, kaso dili na siya pindi kay makalaw siya sa job satisfaction sa imong employee. Maybe so mag-need siya og kan mag-discourage siya ang employee nga ay naman na siya kanang bias, dili na siya ganahan yung trabaho, makuan iyang dili siya satisfied sa kung sa iyang trabaho. No, dapat importante jud nga you treat your employee fair and equal. Sila tanan. Is there a chance for growth and challenge? For many employees, job satisfaction is affected by opportunities for challenge and growth. Maslow thought that the need for growth and challenge, which he labeled as self-actualization, is important only after low-level need shave been met. The final method for increasing employees' self-actualization needs that we will discuss here is the use of self-directed teams or quality circles. These issues range from something as trivial as the music played in the work area to something as important as reducing ways of improving productivity. So, the rest is to be reported by the next reporter. That's all. Thank you.
How then do we satisfy employee? There are different theories that brings to a job the initial tendency to be satisfied the various aspects of works. So the chart shows the relation of those different theories and the questions that can answer if we are satisfied of our work. This may lead to personal tendency toward dissatisfaction. Those theories help us to achieve or gain the satisfaction that we are aiming in our work. So the following theories are individual differences, discrepancy theory, intrinsic satisfaction job characteristic theory, Maslow's social level facet theory, social learning theory, equity theory, job characteristic theory, Maslow's self-actualization level. So next is measuring job satisfaction and commitment. First is the FACE scale. FACE scale is a measure of job satisfaction in which raters place a mark under a facial expression that is most similar to the way they feel about their jobs. But this scale is no longer commonly administered, partly because it lacks sufficient details, lacks contract validity, and because some employee believe it is so simple that is demeaning. So, FACE scale is developed by Kunen in 1995. FACE scale is the easiest scale to be used. Next is Job Descriptive Index, a measure of job satisfaction that yields scores on 5 dimensions. So, Job Descriptive Index is the commonly used nowadays. Ibali, well-known na kay ni siya, ginagamit yun ni siya in every organization para mabawaan if satisfied ba ilang mga employee. Then, it is developed by Smith, Kendall, and Hulin in 1969. Next is Minnesota Satisfaction Questionnaire or MSQ. MSQ is a measure of job satisfaction that yields scores on 20 dimensions. If job descriptive index is 5 dimensions, Minnesota satisfaction questionnaire is 20 dimensions. MSQ, example ani is kanang survey nga na ay very satisfied, satisfied, very dissatisfied, dissatisfied, nang strongly agree, then agree, so on and so forth. Mao na ang MSQ. Then next is job in general. Job in general is a measure of the overall level of job satisfaction. So GIG. So this is used when an organization wants to measure the overall level of job satisfaction rather than specific aspects. So that's GIG. So there are 3 types of commitment. First is the affective commitment. Affective commitment is an employee's perceived emotional attachment to their organization. So it is most commonly used measure of organizational commitment. For example, an affective is yung na-attach na sila sa organization nga ilang gitrabahuan. That is affective. Maglisod na sila give tungod kay na-attach na sila sa organization or sa environment sa ilahang working place. Next is the continuance commitment. Continuance commitment is a sense of loyalty to the organization. For example, kanang gamay ra kag pilian nga mga butang or mga aspects nga imong nakita para mo live ka ana nga kuan organization. Kanang gusto nimo mo continue tungod kay loyal ka ana sa imong gitrabahuan. That's continuance commitment. Next is the normative commitment. Normative is a sense of obligation to stay. Example of normative commitment. I would feel guilty if I left my organization now. Kanang maikog ka mo leave ana nga organization because kabalo ka sa imong kaugalingon nga naka-benefit ka ana nga organization. So nakay-urge ka mo stay para ma-return nimo ang favor and pay them the hard work para mabalik nimo ang benefit nga ang imong nadawat sa ilahang organization. So feel nimo it's your obligation to stay at that organization. So that is normative commitment. So another measure includes Organizational Commitment Questionnaire or OCQ. OCQ is a 15-item questionnaire developed by Moday, Steers, and Porter in 1979. It is to measure 3 commitment factors: acceptance of the organization's values and goals, willingness to work to help the organization, and a desire to remain with the organization. Next is OCS, Organizational Commitment Scale. It is a 9-item survey developed by Balfour and Wichler in 1996 that measures 3 aspects of commitment: the identification, exchange, and affiliation. For example, I felt like part of the family at this organization. So I think that would be all for my discussion. Thank you.
So my name is Rafi Scopetti and I am going to tackle about consequences of dissatisfaction and other negative work attitudes. So let's start with absenteeism. So as discussed earlier in this chapter and depicted in figure 10.1, when employees are dissatisfied or not committed to the organizations, they are more likely to work and leave their jobs than other satisfied committed employees. So it is true because if they are satisfied, why would they miss work? Or if they are committed to that organization, why would they leave, right? So let's proceed to linking attendance to consequences. The basis behind rewarding attendance and punishing absenteeism is that employees make a decision each day to whether they will or they will not attend work. In fact, employees make conclusion decision about attending work. So if there is rewarding attendance and punishing absenteeism, the employee has the reason to work every day, and it makes people think before they miss work. And also to avoid absenteeism and increase attendance, there are several ways to do, such as rewarding attendance, disciplining absenteeism, and keeping accurate attendance records. So when we say rewards for attending, attendance can be increased through the use of financial incentives, time off, and recognition programs. So when we say financial incentives, program use that use money to reward employees for achieving the certain levels of attendance. The second is the method that provides financial bonus to employees who attain certain levels of attendance. The third is the financial incentives methods to use games to reward employees who attend work. Then another approach is the paid time off or PTO or paid leave bank or PLB, which this style is of program, vacation, personal, holidays, and sick days are combined into category called paid time off. So, and then the other way that we can make work attendance more rewarding is through recognition and praise. So, let's proceed to discipline for not attending. Absenteeism can be reduced by punishing or disciplining employees who miss work. Discipline can range from giving a warning or less popular work assignment to firing an employee. This would help to discipline employees and help them to think twice before missing work because there are a lot of consequences if they will do it often or more often. Absenteeism can be decreased by setting attendance goals and by providing feedback on how well the employees are reaching these goals. So, makatabang yun ang feedback sa mga employees para makabalo sila or ag-asa sila nagkulang or okay ra ba ang ilahang performance. So, the next will be increasing attendance by reducing employee stress. Absenteeism can be reduced by removing the negative factors employees associated with going to work. One of the most important of these factors is stress. The greater the job stress, the lower the job satisfaction and commitment, and the greater the probability the most people will want to skip work. To increase attendance, the negative factors must be eliminated. The first step in this elimination, of course, is to become aware of the negative factors that bothers the employees, or to help employees cope up with stress and personal problems. 74% of employers offer some form of employee assistance program or EAP. So the next will be increasing attendance by reducing illness. So less than 30% of the missed days were the result of illness. To reduce absenteeism related to illness, organizations are implementing a variety of wellness programs. According to the 2014 SHRM Employee Benefits Survey, reduces both absenteeism and healthcare costs. Many employers are rewarding employees' body mass index, cholesterol levels, and blood pressure levels are within acceptable ranges. Cornwall, 2007. And lastly will be reducing absenteeism by not hiring absence-prone employee. An interesting theory of absenteeism postulates that one reason people miss work is the result of particular set of personality traits they possess. That is, certain types of people are more likely to miss work than other types.
Good day, so I am Alberto and I am the last reporter and I will tackle you the reducing absenteeism by not hiring absence-prone employees. So, an interesting theory of absenteeism postulates that one reason people miss work is the result of particular set of personality traits they possess. So that is, certain types of people are more likely to miss work than other types no. So in fact, in one study, only 25% of the employees were responsible for all of unavoidable absenteeisms according to Dalton and Mesh 1991. So let's proceed to uncontrollable absenteeisms caused by unique events. So many times an individual will miss work because of any events or conditions. So one study estimated that 40% of absenteeism is unavoidable. Like for example, the bad weather. So the bad weather is the one reason that many organizations have started in or moved to the so-called Sunbelt in the last several decades. So next, let's proceed to the turnover. So turnover is the act of replacing an employee with a new employee. So there are two types of turnover. Number one is cost of turnover. Number two is the reducing turnover. So when we say the cost of turnover, the employees with low job satisfactions and low organizational commitment are more likely to quit their jobs and change careers than are employees with high job satisfactions and high organizational commitment. While the reducing turnover. So because of the high cost of turnover, as well as its negative effect on organizational performance. Organizations make tremendous efforts to reduce the number of quality. So the first step of reducing turnover now is to find out why your employees are leaving. So this is usually done by administering attitude surveys to current employees and conducting exit interviews with employees who are leaving. So additionally, it is important to us or to understand the employee turnover is a process of disengagement from the organizations that can take days, weeks, months. Why do employees quit their jobs? So employees typically leave their jobs for one of five reasons. Number one is unavoidable reasons. Two, advancement. Three, unmet needs. Four, escape. And five, unmet expectations. So when we say the unavoidable reasons, such as school starting or ending, the job transfer of a spouse, employee illness or death, or family issues. So next, the advancement. So employees often leave organizations to pursue promotions or better pay. So when an organization has few promotions opportunities, there is a little it can do to reduce turnover, diba? For those employees seeking advancement, the unmet needs. So employees whose needs are unmet will become dissatisfied and perhaps leave the organizations. So for example, if an employee has high social needs and the job involves little contact with people, so the employee might leave to find a job in which her social needs can be met. So to reduce turnover caused by unmet needs, it is important that an organization considers the organization's fit when selecting employees. Let's proceed to the escape. So a common reason employees leave an organization is to escape from people, working conditions, and stress. So when conflict between an employee and her supervisor, a coworker, or customers becomes unbearable, so the employee may see no options other than to leave the organization. So therefore, it is important to effectively deal with conflict when it occurs. So now the last reasons why employees quit their job is the unmet expectations. So employees come to an organization with certain expectations about a variety of issues such as pay, working conditions, the opportunity for advancement, and organizational culture. So when reality does not match these expectations, employees become less satisfied. As a result, are more likely to leave the organization. So there are many times when employees remain with an organization even though characteristics of their job suggest that they would leave. So Lee, Mitchell, Sablinski, Borthon, and Holton suggested the extent to which an employee is embedded in the organizations or the community might explain this lack of turnover. So embeddedness is described as the extent to which employees have the links to their jobs and community. So the importance of these links is the ease with which these links could be broken and re-established elsewhere. Let's proceed to counterproductive behaviors. So employees who are unhappy with their jobs, miss work, or late to work, quit their jobs at higher rates than employees who are satisfied with their jobs and are committed to the organizations. So dissatisfied employees, especially those who are unable to change jobs, so also engage in a variety of other counterproductive behavior in organization. So these counterproductive behaviors can be separated into two types. Number one is those aimed at individuals. Two is those aimed at the organizations. When we say the aim at individuals' behavior is like gossip, playing negative politics, harassment, incivility, working or workplace violence, or the bullying. While the aim at organizations' behavior is like such as the thief. So let's proceed. The last, the lack of organizational citizenship behavior. So employees who engage in organizational citizenship behavior are motivated to help the organizations and their coworkers by doing the little things. So that they are not required to do. Like for example, staying late to get a project done, helping a coworker who is behind in her job, or like mentoring a new employee, volunteering for committees, and flying in coach when the employee might be entitled to first class.